Well, there are few places on earth stranger than this one. I mean, it looks just like a provincial Chinese city. There are Chinese characters on the sides of all the buildings, and Chinese staff are running the place. Yet this isn't in China. It's in Myanmar's Karen state, one of the poorest and most isolated parts of Asia, where an insurgent group has been waging war against the state for more than 70 years. So why has a Chinese company called Yatai built all of this? It's promising a $15 billion project complete with casinos, luxury villas and cyber parks. The reason, say Yatai's critics, is scam centres, human trafficking and money laundering. Yatai's boss, a Chinese man called Shi Jiang, is currently languishing in a Thai prison, wanted by the Chinese government for being a gambling kingpin.
Well, we've been driving around Shwe Koku for a while now, and this really is the most extraordinary place. Technically, we are in the middle of a war zone in Myanmar, and yet the scale of the building, the ambition of this project is breathtaking. What's much less clear, though, is what the business model is. I mean, they say they've ended the scams and the human trafficking, but looking around at all this, you just can't figure out where the money's coming from to fund it.
Yatai had invited us to see Shwe Koku, as they call their city, to show they hoped a different side. It's a safe, green city, they kept telling us. Everywhere they've put up these huge billboards, promising in 3 languages that forced labour and human trafficking are no longer permitted. On the streets we saw only the local Karen people who come here to work in the hotels and restaurants. There was, unexpectedly, a library, and even a not entirely convincing branch of Starbucks, but we saw few customers. They allowed us to see only the outsides of all the buildings. It's private, they said, when we asked to go in. But some local people quietly told us that the scam business still thrives here. You could see bars on the insides of the windows. At night, Shwe Koku lights up with 9 casinos, supposedly for Chinese gamblers, but there are few visitors. They allowed us to see these spectacular karaoke rooms, though in them we met only these young Chinese women who work here. And all the time, from screens on the walls, the face of the now jailed Shi Jiang looked down at us, extolling his vision of a shining new city.